Welcome everyone to the Redefining Your Approach exercise, right? Welcome to the exercise that's going to change your life, right? Just like it changed mine. See, one of the biggest issues I deal with when I coach all my traders is strategy hopping, right? So we've all done it, right? And it's a product of good intention, meaning we watch tons of content on YouTube. We try to learn new strategies, right? We're desperately looking for an approach that we can trust. But this is the thing. To build trust, you have to build confidence. See, confidence comes from the root word confide. And the word confide means to build trust. See, to build trust, it has to be an approach that's A, repeatable, B, effective, and C, yours. It has to be yours, right? It can't be somebody else's. See, if I need an approach that I can execute effortlessly, it has to be something that's mine. It has to be something that's worked for me, something I believe in, right? So the goal of this exercise is to help you guys get to that point, right? So let's dive into it. The goal of the exercise is to identify a repeatable set of criteria that works for you, right? To build confidence in your strategy, right? Once again, confidence means to trust. We got to trust it. Number 3, to reduce trader anxiety, right? Who wouldn't want that, right? We all know that feeling when that bell goes off, right? And we have all these decisions to make. We have all these variables, right? We've been burnt so hard in the past. We're constantly focused on negativity, right? We got to get rid of that. If we're trying to obtain the results that we need and we truly deserve and desire, we got to get rid of that trader anxiety. This is the way to do it, right? And to build a consistent approach that leads to consistent results. See, guys, one of the key principles behind consistency is having a consistent approach. How could you ever expect to get consistent results until you have an approach that you can repeat consistently, right? So step number 1, identify 10 of your best trades. Not his trades, not their trades, not her trades, your trades, right? It's extremely important to do this, right? Once again, go through your journal. If you don't have a trading journal, it's about time you get one, right? Because until you can find 10 trades, right, that have worked for you previously, right, this exercise isn't going to work for you. Once again, this exercise isn't for everybody. But if you're a trader that has at least 10 trades that he loves and that he appreciates and that he would like to repeat, find them and put them all together. Step 2, identify 3 common denominators all these trades have in common, right? So once again, what you're seeing in front of you is what works for me, right? This isn't what's gonna work for you, even though it may, but that's not the goal of the exercise. The goal of the exercise is to define a repeatable approach that's worked for you in the past, right? But in front of you is an example of what worked for me, right? So I went through 10 of my best trades, and I found what they all have in common, right? See, right here, number 1 is critical level. Anybody that follows me on YouTube knows I am a massive pit number day trader, right? We don't have time to go into it today, but pit numbers are extremely important. So going forward, when doing this exercise, I found every single one of my best trades, I traded off a pit number, a critical level. In this case, it's end of day, right? My second set of criteria is it's rejecting the EMA cloud, right? That's the 9 and the 20 EMA cloud, right? So price would come, touch the critical level, come up, reject the EMA cloud, and then number 3, I would get a green bar or a red bar that's ignored, right? It's on the 2-minute time frame. Price is, see how it's selling off, and you get that little green bar, and then the next bar behind it is just smashing through it, ignoring the previous price action. That's my 3rd set of criteria to enter into a trade. So once again, all 10 of my trades had this in common, right? So now with that set of criteria, that becomes your daily, systematic, repeatable approach, right? Based off, ready, what's worked for me in the past. This becomes non-negotiable entry criteria, right? So for me, it's identify my critical level, identify price rejecting the EMA cloud, and then identify the RBI or the GBI, right? So this becomes, like I said, non-negotiable, right? This is my criteria. This is what's worked for me. Why wouldn't it be my criteria? Why would I stray away from it? Why wouldn't I use it? If it's worked in the past, We don't need to reinvent the wheel here. We just need to rotate the wheel, right? And this is what you guys need to do. You need to find that non-negotiable 3-step criteria that's not worked for him, that's not worked for her, that's worked for you. This is where the confidence comes from, right? This is where the trust comes from. This is where the conviction comes from, right? And this comes from competence, right? So this is how you build that, guys. It's so important, right? So now that I have my daily systematic, repeatable approach, my 3-step criteria, it leads me to the last step, number 4, repeat this criteria religiously, right? For at least 1 month. Don't do it for just a day, not just a week, at least 1 month. We need real, raw trading data that you can believe in, trading data that actually means something, right? And the more data you have, the better, but you need at least 1 month of trading data for you to go, okay, we've stuck to this process every single day for at least 1 month. What do the results look like, right? So this exercise, doing this, leads to massive conviction in what actually works for you, right? Helps you focus on market information that actually matters, right? You're not focusing on what his strategy did for him. You're not focusing on what her strategy did for her. No, you're focusing on the information that matters. You're weeding out all the noise. And you're going, until I get my 3-step here, I'm not doing anything. Builds patience, builds confidence, builds control, builds conviction, builds competence. These are everything you need to become the consistent trader that you're trying to become, right? So once your approach, your own personalized edge is developed, you repeat it for 1 month and you review the results, right? Guys, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. This exercise, like I said, changed the game for me, right? So go forward, develop that approach, come back to me, let me know how it works, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson.